All right, welcome everybody to the Rooster Teeth Fancast. I am your host tonight, Chris, here with the lovely Mary Pat.
I see you.
Molly.
Hey! Pew, pew, pew.
And our resident Mexican, Marco.
I'm pretty sure Donald Trump wants to rail his daughter in the ass.
Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Fancast, episode 13, fucking lucky number 13.
Oh boy.
I'm your host, Chris, back after a half-month-long hiatus, here with the lovely Mary Pat.
Even if nobody's listening, I yell into the ceiling and I celebrate the fact that I'm alive and I'm breathing.
Yeah. And the resident sick as a dog Mexican, Marco.
Fuck you. Hey everybody, how's it going?
So yeah, Marco's sick right now.
Again, my immune system must be like, it's fucking Jesus. It's terrible.
It's not like Jesus. Jesus didn't die when he was, 19?
I mean, well, I guess my immune system is non-existent too.
All right, so just to start with some RT content, because there was a comment on last podcast about how we should talk more about RT content and not talk to each other at all about anything personal. So this is what I like to call a community member shout out. What?
I like Batman. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is a community member shout out to Reddit user CCKK0. What's up, man? I think you're listening because you strike me as the kind of person who listens so that you can bestow your judgment upon things. I'm into that. So what I found out about this guy is his name is Chris. He's from Northern Ireland, which is pretty fucking cool.
He's fucking Chris, huh?
Yeah, that explains so much.
One of those fucks.
He is a moderator for the WWE subreddit. Well, probably not the official, but a WWE subreddit.
Oh.
Also for Tip of My Rooster, for the Bernie subreddit. and guys, he's got his own subreddit. There's a subreddit, a CCKK0
What is Tip of My Rooster?
subreddit.
Is that like a dick subreddit?
No, that's like
the
search Rooster Teeth content.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like Rooster Teeth
that quote
content.
from?
It's like, I want to find dicks. Go to Tip of My Rooster.
No, it's
but
like
it's a
where
clever
was
name,
where was the first Let's Play that had Gavin in it? And they posted that subreddit, and people would search through all of Rooster Teeth's content.
Then why do people
respond
still
to the video.
make those questions on the normal RT subreddit?
Because not everybody knows about Tip of My Rooster.
Well, Tip of My
Every
Rooster
time you
doesn't
say
get
it, it
used
gets
a lot
funnier.
either.
Not everybody
anyway.
knows about the actual.
So for those of you that
cool
don't know, Mary Pat is actually Jessica Jones, private investigator. Give her a call. You need to fucking track down anybody. Need to know what their name is, where they're from.
I'm Penelope
what
Garcia.
the fucking address is,
Garcia.
where they work, who they fucked last week, which is nobody because this guy sounds like a virgin. But go ahead, Mary Pat.
No.
Continue.
But like legitimately, I went through like the last 5 pages of his posts to
Jesus
just
fucking
everything.
Christ.
I didn't like hardcore try and find dirt on him or anything. I'm not
gonna lie to you. I did, because I didn't know who Chris was when we started this entire Rooster Teeth fan cast. I'm just gonna saying Rooster Teeth every couple of seconds just to keep it up. And so I looked through his stuff, and I'm like,
Mhm.
why are all these in paragraphs? What's this? I don't understand. And I looked down, and it's almost as though he was like telling dialogue. I'm like, what the fuck is this dialogue about?
Oh, so you're talking about me, Chris?
Mhm.
Yes, you, Chris.
Me.
And I'm like, fucking
Oh,
Harry
yeah.
Potter roleplay.
Yeah, you found one of my RT.
It's
one of
fucking
my
awesome.
RP subreddits.
No, I was just thrown off because I'm like, I'm a fucking loser. And I was like, this guy's probably really cool. I don't want to seem like a loser to this guy.
God,
and then
no.
I saw that, and I'm like, this guy's a fucking loser.
We're
Have you
all
met me?
losers here. Not yet.
I'm like,
Nobody's met you.
Jesus
yet. Come on.
Christ, I thought I was a
But
fucking
anyway,
pathetic.
this is a special shout out to CCKK0. I hope that if you are listening, because you like to check to make sure we're talking about relevant things, I am very sorry. I was reminded by your comment that this is not the Doctor Who nipple podcast. So thank you very much, CCKK0.
I genuinely do want to apologize.
And no hard feelings,
And
seriously.
I hope that you will still continue to pay my rent and put food in my mouth, because obviously, You get to tell me what to do on my own stuff. Clearly, you must run my life. Anyway,
Calm
on to
down, Marco.
Rooster Teeth content.
No, I seriously, I have no problem with this guy other than that I think he takes life too seriously.
I just think we've already spent too much time talking about him and indulging him. So,
but let's talk about something way more fun, like the fucking video that came out this morning.
Guys, I don't know if you're aware, but Lazer Team tickets are an official thing.
Yes,
that are out right now. There are tickets to this movie.
Yo, hit me up if you want some of that California Lazer Team hype.
And the video with Michael and Lindsay was. I love
Michael when he's all like when he's just being kind of like awkwardy, like he's trying to act all awkward and weird, and I'm like, that's my favorite kind of Michael.
So for those of you who haven't seen
Lindsay's
the video, there are a few different ways that they're getting tickets. So go to lazerteamthemovie.com, just the website itself, to get tickets for January 27th or 28th.
And if you get tickets for 27th or 28th, you get a 25% off the store coupon.
Right.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
What I've noticed about the Rooster Teeth community is that there are a lot of people and a lot of weird places. Small cities, small towns that don't qualify for, a big movie release. So they're using this service called Tug, Tugg. And what Tug does is you set up your own theater screening. And you get yourself, and it's between 40 and 60 people. So long as you get them to get tickets to this screening, whatever theater you choose in the small city you live in will show Lazer Team.
And yo, let me just get this in. Shout out to you guys in Anaheim who bought out all the fucking tickets for the downtown Disney. I think it's an AMC or Cinemark theater. Sold out fucking completely. I have to go to the Block now, which is actually closer to where I live. So, I'm cool with that. But I like Disneyland too. I wish I could have gone, but shout out to you guys, buying out all the tickets. Thanks.
Well, you live in California, which is one of the most heavily populated states.
I'm talking about.
Did you not
talking
expect?
about Orange County? Orange County is because Anaheim and Orange are within the same fucking. For me, walking distance. I walk.
You might as well be speaking Spanish. Actually, I would understand Spanish better.
Anaheim sounds Spanish to you? Anaheim.
No, I said you might as well be speaking Spanish because I don't know anything about how California
these are just cities.
Geography works.
Well, that's why I'm telling you. These are just cities, very close together. That's why the phrase out of town and stuff never made sense to me because I'm
they're like the
what do you mean
asshole
out of
and
town?
The vagina.
I cross the street. I cross the street near where I live, and I'm in Santa Ana or I'm in Orange. It's like I never understood the phrasing of out of town or the city over. It's it's fucking really close by. It practically. That's why Orange County is.
This doesn't sound
Orange County is the way
enough.
Fuck you, CX or whatever the fuck your name is.
So if you go to lazerteamthemovie.com and click on screenings, you can either pick one. You can either see what cities are being given showings of Lazer Team in your state.
Fucking downtown Disney's for poor people anyway.
If you scroll down to the bottom of the map, it's an option like create a screening or set up a screening.
It's actually really funny.
And then you just get 40 to 60 people to get tickets to this screening to make it worth it.
You go to downtown Disney and there's an entrance to Disneyland, like the Disneyland theme park. And it's fun if you're poor and you can't go to Disneyland. You go to downtown Disney and then you just watch people go in and take this Amtrak thing. Not Amtrak. What's that? Those elevated train things, I guess. Elevated subways, whatever. Sky ship. Yes, a spaceship. They take spaceships to fucking Disneyland. You just gotta watch.
I'm from a place that has Disney too, so I know what you're talking about.
What do you mean you're from a place that has fucking Disney?
Fucking Florida.
You're not in Florida.
Are you an idiot?
Are you fuck?
We have downtown Disney too.
She's from a place that has Disney.
Yes, downtown Disney and Emerald has a restaurant there.
It's still fucking expensive, but they don't charge you to go in. It's we don't charge you to go in, but everything's fucking the same price as if you were in the park.
Downtown Disney's an outdoor mall type thing for tourists. And then I used to hang out there with my friends when I was a teenager.
Fucking poor people.
Because we thought we were cool.
Yeah, I was like, Mommy, I want to go to Disneyland when I was a kid. Yeah, we'll go to Disneyland. Fucking downtown Disney. You get like one ice cream scoop costs $10. Let's go home.
Yeah, it is pretty expensive.
Anyway.
There's a big music store down there.
Oh, yeah, there is.
FYE or whatever. Anyway. I'm thinking about, because the nearest screening to me that's anywhere close to actually happening, it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours away. So I'm like, if I'm going to be driving, I might as well just fucking drive to Detroit, and then Chris and I can hang out. That'd be fun.
And the nearest established
hotel
screening to me,
fuck you, Marco,
is like maybe cocksucker, maybe 45 minutes away. There's not one in Detroit or Ypsilanti.
Really?
Weird. Or Ann Arbor. Like, you figure
Detroit's a pretty big,
Ann Arbor,
like a pretty like
Detroit,
large city, right? Like it's like
Lansing.
A capital city, isn't it? Or well, it's a big city like Los Angeles or New York.
Yeah, Detroit's still a major city, but even like the capital of the state, Lansing.
Well, this is also the first.
What state are you in?
We have
I forget
a month
where
and a
Detroit
half.
is.
Michigan.
A lot of.
I wasn't even going to answer you because I wasn't sure if you were serious or not.
No, I was serious. I don't fucking know states.
I'm in Michigan.
All right.
Yeah, but you know what fucking Anaheim and Orange are.
I fucking grew up in every one of those cities. I've lived in each one. I've lived in almost every city of Orange County, California.
Well, this is not the Marco Lived in Places fan cast.
It's about to be the Marco fucking like rips your face off through the fucking computer podcast.
If you had that power, I would happily allow you to show it off. Just make sure someone's filming.
Dude.
Because you'd be rich as dicks.
Rich because the fucking world will pay me not to rip their faces off. But yeah, no, like I'm excited to see it though, because like I felt obviously it makes sense because it's a small company. Well, in comparison, Rooster Teeth is big in their own right, but like it's a small company in comparison of other production companies. So I'm like, yeah, it's obviously gonna listen to me. It's obviously gonna be in Austin. Like, well, they premiered it in Austin, all that. It makes sense that it's there for a while. I was just wondering how they were going to get it to other places, you know, in other states and even now like UK and New Zealand and stuff and Australia.
But it's cool that this happens because we've talked
It is cool that it happens. I'm just saying
how
I didn't expect it.
No, I didn't either. But it's really cool that this sort of thing can happen now because the internet, who is not taken seriously by mainstream media, will get a chance to actually premiere their stuff. Like, you know, like Smosh made a movie. And I don't know where exactly that premiered, but I imagine if there was a service like this, it could have been different places. Like, it'd be cool. Like, there's
there's a website that I remember because of Joe Dirt 2, they premiered the website, or they premiered the movie. Like, the movie's on that website. The movie was made for that website. And it's a sequel to Joe Dirt. Amazing movie, by the way. Definitely recommend.
Yeah, Joe Dirt 2?
No, Joe Dirt, the first one. I don't know about Joe Dirt 2. Haven't seen it. Have no interest.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Interesting.
I'm excited for Zoolander too. But yeah, so I know there's ways
I'm excited for Lazer Team the movie.
I know there's ways for production companies to make movies, and just obviously Rooster Teeth is taking an extra step and premiering them physically in like places and other places around the world. But online media, there's ways to. Although I don't think it's as rewarding at all. I don't think they made a lot of money off Joe Dirt 2 by premiering it on that website. I think it was fucking like Hulu, or I think it was Hulu or Amazon or something like that. I don't fucking know.
Well, it's just one of those things where, like, I remember I saw the Dragon Ball Battle of Gods movie in a theater, and you had to, like, you know, travel to it because it was a limited release, but it was also there for only a couple days. So maybe that's the way to do it. Maybe that this tug thing, or, you know, just this idea of getting a lot of people to buy tickets before the movie comes to show that there's a reason for the movie to go there.
I miss David Spade.
You're an idiot.
It was distributed by Crackle. That's the website I'm thinking about. Crackle.
You're on Crackle.
Crackle Jesus Rock.
Fucking Christ. I don't know how they fucking got Christopher Walken back, to be honest with you. I think Christopher Walken at this point
this is not Rooster Teethy enough.
Fuck you. People who think that.
Dude, I mean, calm down with the hate. This isn't the comments section for 5 Facts Battlefront.
I like that segue. That was good.
He segued almost as well as he.
All right. I did not
facts.
see 5 Facts Battlefront. Explain to me what happened.
So maybe 2 or 3 minutes into the video, Jack says that people don't like the game, and then he dismisses it as people just like complaining. And the comment section exploded. Because people really don't like the game.
They reacted exactly as expected then.
To be fair, Jack is one of those people that loves everything.
I think the thing about Jack is the way I see it, he really doesn't hold back. Like, he just says what's on his mind. And I like that about him because I'm the same way, except I just say stupid or shit. But it's like, with him, it's like,
but he never really has
this is how I
criticism
see
for
things.
much.
This is how I see things. And it wasn't like he didn't go off on a rant. He just made an offhanded comment about it. Like, it's just a thing that he said. Why people took it so badly, I have no fucking clue.
Well, because they combined
I like to complain too.
They combined it with the hate they already have for the game, with being dismissed as just people who like to complain.
And the fact that, like,
so the
Jack
entire comment section was just like, how dare you?
Not the entire comment section, but you could definitely tell the areas where they focused on that
fucking
aspect.
who YouTube's angry.
And the threads that had the most comments were the ones that had timestamps to that moment in the video.
Oh, Jesus.
But it's like, it's all well received hate too, because that game's not that good. It is not a $60 game to have all of its DLC.
I'm gonna be honest with you. So as someone who played
thing.
Battlefront, the old Battlefront games on, was it PS2?
Oh God, yeah, PS2, Xbox, and PS3.
I fucking loved those games growing up. I just from what I've seen of this one, it looks okay at best. Like, it looks fine. It doesn't look like
it's a Star Wars Battlefield skin.
Yeah, it doesn't look.
And that's the best way to put it. And I hate those words coming out of my mouth.
I remember there was quite a few. There was a lot cool about Battlefront in the older games. This one, I just from what I saw, like you said, it was like a normal, like, be it Battlefield or Call of Duty skin with Star Wars on it. Like, Star Wars guns, Star Wars looking people that don't look exactly like the characters, but sort of.
I remember the exact comment. Jack was talking about how the game was received, and people were comparing this game to the old Battlefront games and saying that there were no space battles. Those were the best parts of the original Battlefront games.
Who the fuck
Jack
does that?
said,
Certainly not me.
Jack
that was
said,
something that was talked about way before the game came out.
Jack said, well, it was all still rumored. By the time the actual game came out, it was obvious that nothing had been changed. But Jack's comment was, well, there are sky battles, so just imagine. And then he made the comment about how people like to just complain about stuff. And then the comment section exploded.
I can't imagine maneuvering in space, to be honest with you. I feel like it'd be difficult.
But yeah,
I don't know. I did play Battlefront on the Xbox, but I don't remember, like, it didn't hit home for me in the way that I think it hits home for a lot of people. So I think the fact that there hasn't been another iteration of this game for so long, it's partially, I'm sure it's partially like the Duke Nukem thing, like in the Half-Life 3 thing. Nothing's ever going to be good enough, but it's also partially that's probably not a very good game.
Well, yeah, there's that also. So Battlefront 2, Battlefront 3 was rumored for forever, and then it was canceled. And then EA announces Battlefront. So there were a lot of people with super high ass expectations because of all of the I don't want to say drama, but all the drama behind the Battlefront series.
Where's Battlefront my fucking 3 Knights of the Old Republic?
Battlefront 3 was in development. There were characters and planets and stuff leaked. Like, people could see graphic demos for Battlefront 3. All of that shit was leaked, and then it just got canceled. So they were left waiting for a Battlefront game.
But sometimes that happens.
And EA is an unfortunate victim.
Sometimes you just get blue balls, man. Sometimes that happens. You just got to learn to do it.
EA's the latest unfortunate victim of hype.
EA is one of the most bullshit companies that exist, and I played almost exclusively EA games when I was a kid because they made all the Harry Potter games.
I honestly only thought they made the NFL games and shit, the sports games, and that's it.
Yeah, they you want to talk about a cash cow? Talk about any EA
they fucked up
sports game.
SimCity. I remember being really pissed about that. They sort of.
Oh right, don't they make
fucked up
the Sims?
Too. Yes.
Fucking idiot! I played The Sims for years and I forgot EA makes it.
Well, listen. I mean, I'm not going to talk about The Sims forever, but The Sims 3 was a amazing game, very creative. Like you could take a skill and then you could like master that skill. But
it was definitely the best looking one in a long time.
Yeah, and so what they did is they threw out all that stuff and they dumbed it down to the point where it's not even fun anymore. And I'm a huge fan of The Sims.
Did I ever tell you that when I was a kid, I had a PSP, so I looked there were some Sims games on the PSP. I had a pretty small penis. Fucking middle school, am I right? But
I was in high school when I got a PSP. I don't know.
Good for you.
I wasn't a baby.
I literally only bought The Sims freaking Pets.
Yeah.
Pets 2, I think, and then The Sims 2 on the PSP, which honestly nothing like a normal Sims game.
Nope.
No, it was like fucking you're in some weird town, there's aliens and shit. It was okay. But honestly, I only bought those games. I only bought those games because I'm like, when can I bang? That was it. That was the highlight for middle school me. Like, when can I bang and how do I do it? I was looking
Marco,
up.
You're so ready to use your dick.
I was looking up stuff like why can't I bang and use their dick? 2?
You know who else is ready to use their dick?
Fucking
Lindsay Jones.
Fucking Jones. Lindsay fucking Jones. Did you not see that, Marco?
The new episode of Versus?
No, I don't watch Rooster Teeth content.
Idiot.
No, but I really
fucking...
what happened.
For those like Marco who don't know, Jeremy has been on a fucking
no one like
tear.
Me.
And
only you.
It was Lindsay's turn to challenge him. And she made a grand entrance with a giant blow-up dick. Velcroed.
Now, when you say she made an entrance, who was entered?
Just the door.
Okay, I thought for a second Jeremy was going to be in the hospital for a while.
She had a giant inflatable dick velcroed to a belt that she had wrapped around her, and she had another one for Jeremy. And they had the
dick was about the size. It was about from like right under your chin to your waist. That's about how long it was.
Did they have a rooster battle, or in other words, a cockfight?
Yes,
they did. It was first to 5, and it was fucking hysterical.
It was so funny, and I'm like, are they playing this right? Are they really doing everything? I'm gonna watch
this right now.
But really, if Lindsay had upset Jeremy's winning streak, sorry, spoilers, that would have been, people would not have liked that. So I'm just glad that they laughed as much as they did, because they were really enjoying themselves, and there were blindfolds for the first like 2 or 3 rounds. I appreciated that on a personal level.
Did we ever, speaking of like live action stuff they put out, did we ever talk about Shenanigans episode 2? I don't remember if we did.
No, but we also didn't talk about Ruby. I need to talk about Ruby for a second whenever we get a chance.
No, I have not seen any episode that was out today. Please do not say a fucking word about it.
No. Last episode.
That's fine.
With Neon.
Neon Cat, yeah, that was good. But today, no.
I love that character. I love that character. I love Meg. I love it. Okay, that's
okay. That was it. That was our Ruby segment.
Yep.
As you can see, big fans.
So this is the second time Jeremy's gotten almost trolled in Versus. Because this week he had a cockfight with Lindsay. Mm-hmm. Last week was a fake Versus.
So in both Versus, he basically had to deal with very big objects almost going into his mouth.
No, he put a lot of objects in his mouth in the first one.
2 weeks ago. The Versus that turned into an episode of Shenanigans. Did you just deep throat your mic,
Marco? Because that's dedication.
I no, it's sort of impossible to. I can't really, but no, I'm good at
his laptop's mic.
I'm just good at fucking the secret's out. Fucking pay no attention to the loser behind the fucking curtain. But is that the thing from the Wizard of Oz? But what was I gonna say? No, I'm just really good at making that noise on my own. I don't need any assistance.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
We'll find a way to make that useful.
He's a cocksucker in training. All right, let's not make it.
Well,
anyway.
like Jeff, you can perfect it. You can't invent it because Jeff invented it, but then you can perfect it.
You can perfect sucking dicks.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to suck dick at stuff like fucking the off topic episode 1 that sucked dick.
We are fucking masters of segues, guys.
It was great. It was great. I loved it.
I'm glad that's the segue that just got a giant pause after it.
Mm-hmm.
And you better believe I'm leaving that pause in.
You don't have to tell us about your editing skills, Chris.
Make you care.
Yeah, you don't have to. You can make it funny by shutting the fuck up and not saying anything about it.
Anyway, why?
Boy, I'm about to beat you.
What's your commentary on the off topic? The first off topic.
Fucking hysterical, dude. Like, I don't know why. Oh, were you asking Chris? I'm sorry.
No, I was asking you, Marco.
Makes me wish I was a sponsor to see the first 4.
Dude, same.
Test
episodes. I have
episodes.
told you, Chris, I will give you my login information.
And I've told you nothing.
And
actually, I don't think I've ever made a response
Billy, that I love
this is gonna get
so much.
Marco, seriously, shut the fuck up.
Seriously, you can use this information too. My username is and my password is... Hold on.
Mary, whoa, why did you just say your password out loud? Chris, bleep that out.
I haven't given it yet. So please use that to use my sponsorship.
What kind of password is that?
It's a long story, but anyway. I've gotten bleeped now.
I like it.
Congratulations
how you just want to give Chris shit to edit.
He could fantastic job. All of us have. Well, no, Molly's the only one who hasn't been bleeped yet.
He could just raise my audio a bit, paste it all together, put it out. Easy as that. But no, you want to make the fucking guy edit.
God. Now we both have
you are working him like a dog, Mary.
You both can use that to watch what you want.
I'm probably
not on getting bleeped.
Is there a rule against that in the terms of service? I'm not allowed to just give
probably.
I imagine so.
Like
then I
Netflix,
take it back. I'm going to change.
I think Netflix actually stopped giving a fuck about that because I know that before that was the thing where like don't share your Netflix account. But then when they realized that nobody gave a fuck and they were doing it anyway, they're like, all right, here, just make your own separate like accounts within the main account. Here, fucking do it then.
But have either one of you done the free month yet?
No, because my account was already made before.
Because I'm lazy.
Fucking being busy.
No, you don't have to make a new account.
I don't have a credit card number that I can use.
Well, anyway. If it's against the terms of service, don't fucking do it because I don't want to get banned. I've had that account for like 8 years.
Like my mom is one of those people who's super paranoid about that. Like you use a credit card for anything except at the store, your identity's going to get stolen. Everything's going to get fucking taken
my mom
away
thinks
from
that
you.
too.
Yeah,
but she's one of those people that checks her credit card statement and notices if there's $1 charged. So she's actually really fucking smart because
back when I was a fucking loser and played RuneScape, I was like, Mom, I really want the membership for the RuneScape. She's like, can I use the thing? It's like, what is that? I'm like, it's a video game.
Wow, you are a hardcore nerd. I wasn't even that nerdy.
I didn't play the game like I played it religiously, but I just did stupid shit and ran around and like did whatever. I didn't actually hone my skills.
I remember watching.
Come on, Marco. That's the only way to play the game.
I was fucking lazy.
I did it for years.
You want to fucking take my account and grind on it for me? You want to fucking get me a cape?
Listen,
I'm not going to do it for you, but I've done it for myself.
This is what I remember about RuneScape. There was an obstacle course and it trained something. You had to go all the way through it. And I watched somebody play that for like 3 hours.
I really enjoyed the holiday events. That was the shit I really enjoyed doing. Like there was these quests for holidays and shit.
Fucking RuneScape Fancast over here.
It's the RS Fancast.
Dude, that game was top.
Or in other words,
until World of Warcraft came out.
Boo.
Fuck you. It was a stretch anyway.
Boo.
Well, Well, isn't it sort of the same thing? Just like, okay, like I've watched people play Smite, I've watched people play League of Legends, and I've played Heroes of the Storm.
I mean,
they're the same
it's not
fucking
the same.
game.
It's not the same because RuneScape looks like shit, but everything
So
else
does
looks
World
better.
of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft does not look like shit.
Well, okay, maybe it used to look like shit.
Used to
But
look like
like,
shit. Yeah, RuneScape has always looked like absolute shit. No matter how much they try to make it look
yeah, but
nice
it can
and
run
like
on like shitty
shiny and all that,
computers
it
find
looks
in your
fucking
local
shit. Yeah, I know
library.
because I played it on my shitty fucking laptop and it managed to work.
Okay, well then it did its job. But
And it's free, so
I played a couple games recently and watched gameplay, and I just don't get the difference between them.
I think also, Chris, you may understand. Did you ever have membership for a while in RuneScape?
I never had. membership.
Shout out to motorcycles, bro. Shout out
I
to
never
your
had
tiny fucking penis that everybody knows about now because you're revving your fucking motorcycle all over the place.
I want a motorcycle.
Anyway. Chris,
I want to get one of those with a big
question?
ass.
I've never had a membership because, like you, I was like at the point where I'd have to ask my parents to use their card.
Well, when
except for I just never asked them.
When I finally,
you can just take cash and buy a gift card now.
Yeah, there's fucking gift cards. When I finally discovered those, I had one. I was only ever to buy a few like every few months, but excuse me. But like once I had membership and it ran out and I had to go back to playing the game normally, like it wasn't the same. I got bored.
Yeah, I guess.
Sorry.
Jesus, Marco.
Yeah, sorry about that.
We should probably cut out that whole thing, like where, yeah, silence.
I mean,
Yeah, cut out that entire part where I said the N-word, please. I don't want that on my record.
I mean, I guess I can imagine membership must be so great that going back to just the free-to-play version must be pap.
In comparison, yeah, it's fucking great.
Well, I know it's not a selling, just for Rooster Teeth, I know it's not a selling point to you, Chris, but Funhaus just added another like behind-the-scenes show to their sponsor content.
I tried.
It's really worth.
It literally sounded like if you took a friggin' like if I did this with my chair right now and I just scraped my chair along the floor. I tried to woo.
But Funhaus just added another thing to their sponsor content, and
it's like their version of Grab Bag, right?
No, so far it's just Bruce performing songs. It's just 2 videos right now.
Chris, you're gonna get nothing from this, but I fucking love Bruce and his like habit of singing recently. Like he's just making demo discs, theme songs with covers of other songs. And I pray that he does Adele's Hello this week.
Is that a thing? Do you think that's a thing?
I hope he does. I don't know why. I hope he does.
It's difficult to do this. I would love to just talk about Funhaus for a while. But
Demo
Chris is like, I don't like Funhaus. We really should have
broken in California.
We should have spent the last podcast talking about Funhaus. That would have been a good time to do it because I fucking love Funhaus. I love Open House. I try really hard every week. Like all this week, I've been trying to think of a fun question.
I used to watch a good amount of Achievement Hunter videos and all that. I watch a good amount of them. Ever since Funhaus came around, I don't know why. Like it I've said this before. It connects much better, or like it captivates me, for lack of a better word, because the style of editing, the cuts, the short, like it's shorter, the style, the comedy, just everything about like their gameplay and their, even like you said, Open House, and just hearing them talk and discuss on Dude Soup about video games and whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just like, it attracts me so much more.
I still like Achievement Hunter more.
I still like Achievement Hunter a good amount. They're still super funny. I still love a lot of their videos, but it's like, obviously I don't find the time to do it, and I have ADHD. I've never been good at paying attention for a while to watch a 45-minute or less. I know the Let's Plays haven't been that long recently, but it's like, I still like, I don't know why, like a 19-minute video from Funhaus I can do. It's like that I can do in an instant.
Well, I think it's also, I've talked about this before. I think I called it New Dick Syndrome.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. Don't talk about last week's Fancast, Mary. Just pretend it didn't happen.
Okay. but I think
this is episode 12.
I think the fact that they are not only are they funny, they're really funny, they're hilarious. Elise has been received extremely well, thank God.
Have I just been missing the videos with her? I saw her on Dude Soup and then on a No episode, and that was it. And then on Open House. I think
they're entering her slowly. They're lubricating.
Oh, yeah. Slowly.
They're stretching, sticking some fingers in there, which is smart.
All right.
Considering how Lindsay was received.
Christ. All right.
What?
All right.
What?
Easy. You were starting to involve fingers and shit, and I'm like, all right, okay. Once you get to stretching and fingers, it's all downhill from there.
It doesn't. It could that could apply to the head of your dick. That could apply to a vagina. It doesn't have to be.
Why the fuck
weird.
would you be sticking fingers in the head of a dick? No. You know what, Chris?
It's called sounding.
Chris, lead us away, Chris.
So speaking of dicks,
Dios mío.
Trevor, the king of sucking dicks.
Fuck you.
Is he the king of sucking dicks? Because I'm pretty sure
apparently
I wear that.
He's the king of sucking dicks and like drinking his own jizz.
When did that?
But anyway,
yeah.
He put out an interesting video where he
sucked his
I don't
own
want to
dick.
say he went over the process for editing a GTA Let's Play.
Right.
It was really like I'm not a video guy. I've always been an audio guy. So seeing even
video
despite
guy
not being
here.
a video guy, watching this video and seeing the process of how they multicam, how they put how they burn the names in and all of the different times he has to render.
I learned so much.
It was so interesting to watch.
I don't know how they put out one video, one of those a week. To be honest with you, and then all the Let's Plays in between.
Well,
I imagine it's
they back catalog them.
Yeah, but not by much. Like I know that like a week after RT Extra Life in one of the GTA or Minecraft Let's Plays, they were already talking about Jack's beard and whatnot. So
well, yeah, sometimes they've also like put videos out of order before. They've done that.
Right. I was gonna say sometimes it's
but like they'll do 6 or 7 goes in like a 2-day span.
Yeah, I remember during Christmas. They do that during like Christmas times. Like last year during Thanksgiving.
Well, they
Christmas,
did it during Lazer Team filming. They did it during
that too.
Well, the thing is, everybody in Achievement Hunter
does so much.
For Jeff. Is Jeff the only one that doesn't have? I mean, Jeff is he's like the manager, whatever. But
I think that's so. But Jack also doesn't have a lot of like outer.
No, he does sports ball.
Well, now, but before, I mean, like that's pretty recent sports ball.
No, Jeff, I think just does Achievement Hunter.
Well, he does happy hour, but he doesn't. I think Gavin edits.
That's just stuff. That's just stuff they do, and then Gavin edits in.
That's stuff from like years ago.
Well, I mean there's
still has to fucking sit down and edit it now.
Like Lindsay does other shit, Jeremy does other shit. By the way, Jeremy finally decided to upload another video to Duly Noted, his personal channel. That was nice.
I love it.
Yeah, it was.
I don't think
keep talking and nobody explodes.
I don't think Jeff does anything non-Achievement Hunter.
Well, why would he need to? It's his baby.
I mean, yeah, but like you said,
and I'm so glad Chris didn't hear that.
There are members that will do other stuff. Like Jack does sports ball. They'll reach out.
Ryan does. I don't think Jeff does obviously.
Ryan does free play.
Gavin and Michael both do other stuff, and Jeremy does other stuff. Well, I mean, sort of.
Why do people? Here's my question.
Technically,
recently, I think yesterday or the day before, lovely Meg Turney, put out a tweet saying that I don't remember exactly what it said, but that she was very excited for something that was going to come out. Yeah, and it was what?
And somebody in the comments on Reddit said either her and Gavin got married or she's doing a Playboy shoot. Either one I'll take. And then Michael said, and neither one you'll get. And it's
so many fucking people are like, are they getting married? Isn't it like,
and
why the fuck
apparently
do you think-
it has something to do with Gavin because I believe it was off topic. They kept bringing it up to Gavin, and people were commenting how sad Gavin looked. So people are suggesting that
I harbor very little pity for Gavin.
Why would Meg having a dream come true have Gavin be sad at the other?
Maybe the dream
I don't
was
know
like
if it
kicking
was the
Gavin in the
fact
fucking
that
dick or something.
I don't know if it was that Meg's dream made Gavin sad, but it was obvious Gavin didn't want to talk about it, and it kept getting brought up. And that's
but I think that's par for the course. I think it's like if you're going through a sensitive
time, I don't think
in your life,
Gavin
you don't
actually,
tell
like,
Achievement Hunter.
Whenever people try to read, like people in Achievement Hunter, like I saw this when Ray was still there. So many people trying to read him, like, oh, he's depressed, he's this and that. Like, really wasn't the case. From what I can tell.
Well, no,
he was clearly going through changes.
It was easy to tell how visibly sad Gavin was. It was easy to tell how visibly sad Gavin was.
Visibly
not
sad?
even like,
is that true?
Not even judging by like the difference in voice or a lack of energy, like people were saying with Ray. With Gavin, there was visible.
But Gavin
evidence.
just got a huge promotion, like.
I say he got kicked in the dick.
Yeah, there's also that too. So people are saying maybe it does have nothing to do with Meg and something to do with like Gavin's job. It's another thing people are saying.
The fuck is his job?
I think that's you're trying to find something that's not. I don't know.
I'm not
trying to find shit.
No.
Chris
I
ain't doing
just
shit.
the
That's
general
just what they're seeing.
Chris.
From what I have to say to like the general people who are spitting this out, making huge threads about it, speculating, it was like, who gives a fuck? We'll be fine. Nothing's happening. It's not like nothing can be going terribly wrong, or else if something was horribly wrong in his life or his day, he wouldn't be there. Like, it's very easy for them to be like, hey, this horrible thing has happened. There's no way I can do this production that we're doing or whatever right now. It's like, he's fucking fine. He'll be fine.
I don't know.
You guys want to talk or something?
I don't know. I mean, it's like people are always going to try and find patterns, and it's easy for people to talk.
Well, when you follow somebody on YouTube, on Twitter, Last.fm, like when you follow all of their fucking Instagram, like all their fucking bullshit.
Wow! Shout out to Last.fm. Jesus.
Everybody on their.
What the fuck is Last.fm?
It's old. Okay, I'm old. When you follow somebody and then you follow several somebodies on all those platforms and you use them, it's easy to like figure out what the thing is that they're talking about, because every time that there's a vague mention of something in a tweet, that's people track it down, right? Like that's the thing that happens all the time. I think that's why Bernie stopped being vague, because he knows that people are gonna like hunt shit down.
Almost as much as they hunt achievements.
I don't know. I mean, like they try not to be like, not to put stuff out that's super vague, but especially when you're dealing with a couple where you can, very publicly see both of their lives and then their lives together. It's the people are always going to want to try and link stuff, no matter how vague the tweet is.
Just earlier,
it's something you can't avoid.
I'm reminded. This is one thing that I do think like, holy shit, community, good job, because I'm an idiot. I'm no PI. I don't investigate. I don't know how to do shit. Back when Funhaus was just like not even announced yet, like it was already happening.
Yeah.
It wasn't announced. They fucking look at the room.
They made that
looks
obvious as shit.
The floor, like, did they really? I feel like it wasn't that obvious, but
it was super obvious. They were like they were taught, like, I don't know. Kovic had said a couple things about different stuff that was going on. And then like as soon as they announced they were leaving, it's like, okay, we know exactly what's going on.
Well,
here.
no, they didn't leave with the intention of going to Rooster Teeth. They left, and then after that,
it was like a week later. Come on. You know that whole deal didn't happen in a week. I mean, let's be honest.
It very well could have. I'm absolutely sure it very well could have.
I'm pretty sure there was a seed planted back during
I like
Gauntlet.
to trust people when they say things, and I was just listening to the fucking First Dude Soup. Literally happened in the span of like a few days, and then everything got like settled in like when they started getting shit together. I can believe a week.
Well, then I think maybe they should talk about it like it, in a few years' time, or maybe like a year anniversary of them joining or whatever. I just remember
That's
that
gonna be in February.
time for Rooster Teeth was pretty weird.
What do you mean? What are you talking about, Mary? I don't understand why are you calling Rooster Teeth? It's not. I don't get. That's
just okay. Just the beginning of this
year. What are you talking about?
The beginning of the year for Rooster Teeth was very interesting. Whatever. It was it was a stressful time. Anyway, you know that fucking. Okay, never mind. Anyway.
Jesus fucking Christ, Mary! You sure know how to take an entire thing and just like pile drive it into the fucking ground. At least try.
Fuck you too, Marco.
At least,
Jesus.
At least make an attempt.
God damn. There was I can't think of anything.
Is that supposed to be me?
Yeah. Nah.
Because I can kind of.
You should probably cut out this whole fucking part, man, because this has nothing to do with Rooster Teeth.
What are you fucking talking about? We're talking about Funhaus and Rooster Teeth.
Yeah. Okay. I think that it was very obvious that Inside Gaming, the past Inside Gaming, was joining Rooster Teeth. I think they made it pretty obvious.
The literal fucking day it happened, or the day before. When the second Bernie and John Reisinger started flying out to LA, that's when people were like, whoa. Started thinking. I don't think it was nearly any. I love you, Mary Pat, but I don't think you're right at all. But that's okay. But thank God Funhaus came along, because, like I said, I decided to start looking at Inside Gaming videos and watching those the day it happened, and then 2 days later, maybe not even that, the video that they're like, we're leaving Machinima came out, and I'm like, all right.
Okay, hold on. The group formerly known as Inside Gaming announced via YouTube video on 29th January 2015 that they were going independent from their former network. On February 3rd, Birdie mysteriously tweeted that he and John Reisinger were flying to LA to supposedly establish new Rooster Teeth offices. On February 5th, Birdie announced via his journal that the Rooster Teeth website that Funhaus was joining Rooster Teeth. So you're telling me that in 6 days, the decision was made for Inside Gaming to formally contractually leave, and a new contract for Funhaus to begin. You're saying it's 6 days that happened.
That they knew for fucking at least a couple of weeks already that they were leaving it.
Do you think that they would leave Machinima? Do you think that they would leave Machinima without having a backup plan?
Yes, because they're fucking talented people. They know what the fuck they're doing. They're grown ass adults. They're not fucking 12-year-olds.
You don't think that a conversation was had back during Gauntlet?
I'm sure
fucking
ideas were thrown around, seeing as how Adam Kovic was already in a fucking production made by Rooster Teeth. I'm sure the idea was thrown around. I'm sure he had hopes and aspirations, thought this could be a thing in the future.
I think he had a conversation that went something like this.
Conversations,
hey, our contract
just because
is
conversations
were
being made doesn't mean that that's already okay, this is a fucking contract being written in stone.
It's business, Marco. Yes.
It's fucking, yes, it's business, but it's not going to happen all the way back then.
Marco. Things don't happen in 6 days.
Bullshit, they absolutely can.
Not a big decision like that. Not to break a contract with somebody you've been with for years and to set up another contract.
They didn't break the fucking contract with the intention of going to Rooster Teeth already. Do you understand me? I'm not saying they made that decision immediately. That decision obviously was already, I'm sure, I don't know their heads, fucking going through their heads weeks before. It's not like
then
they decided to up and leave
Machinima
one fucking
previously.
Day. And a week later went to Rooster Teeth. It's that doesn't.
I think that a conversation happened either during around the time of the 24-hour stream or around the time of Gauntlet, and was like, hey, our contract is going to be up, because clearly everyone knew Inside Gaming was great way before people knew Funhaus was great. You know what I mean?
You tell me. I have a conversation with somebody. I have a conversation with somebody saying that I have intentions of something. does that mean I'm actually going to do it? Like if I say, okay, hey buddy,
yes,
I'm going to give you $1 million.
I'm going to
give you a fucking $1 million. I'm going to give you $1 million.
How long?
I sign nothing. I sign no papers. I just give you my word.
Please let
does
me
that
talk?
fucking mean that there's a contract? All right, go ahead. Go ahead. There's a bit of lag in the Skype call, so I'm like, I literally heard you. Can I please go? So
when the other person decides to continue with talks, that's a verbal agreement.
This is what I'm saying. I'm saying that they were talking about Lazer Team really, really early before they filmed. And then it's been like a year since they filmed before the movie's actually going to come out. So why wouldn't the same thing apply to a huge business decision like adding another section to the company? Why isn't it possible that Adam Kovic, who was sort of, I mean, he's the head, but not really like it. I never really see it as he's in charge, but he's sort of like the main focus of a lot of videos. You know what I mean? So why wouldn't a conversation have happened maybe both those times saying,
also,
hey,
I
our
think you're
contract
forgetting
just shut up. Our
Jesus
contract's going to be up early 2015. You're not letting me finish my timeline here. Our contract's going to be up early 2015. Is there something da-da-da? And then Bernie's like, yeah, we'd love to have you da-da-da. Obviously, more complicated conversations than that because they have talked, Funhaus has talked about how Machinima was more focused on production and views and or they were more focused on views and videos like that. And Rooster Teeth was focused on like productions and fun and whatever, like being good people. I don't know. I just think there's no way in hell that the seed wasn't already planted way back then. That's all I'm saying.
Previous relationships I can understand. Obviously they knew each other. Obviously they liked each other.
But are you really saying that they didn't know they were going to Rooster Teeth when they left Machinima?
I think because, like I said, I'm going off what they just fucking said when I was listening to fucking Dude Soup #1 right before we started recording this fucking podcast. That's why I was like, oh shit, I have to hurry up because I was busy listening to it. That it literally happened within the course of fucking days. And also, let me just throw this in. At this point, Rooster Teeth was already acquired by Fullscreen. So obviously Fullscreen that likes to, have a lot of like Screw Attack. They like wrangling these.
They're a company. Yes.
Yeah.
They like to acquire
these smaller things
and
have them
interesting things that they can turn money into
that are entertaining.
Yes.
Obviously, they could have easily seen that the Inside Gaming guys were leaving and thought this is good. Talk to Rooster Teeth, be like, hey, do you see eye to eye with us? Yeah. All right, let's make it happen. It's a big fucking company. Easy in a couple of days.
I don't think that it happened in 6 days. I think there was a plan in place. I think the fact that they couldn't at that time, and probably maybe still can't, talk about how that plan was sort of in place because they still had a contract with Machinima at the time.
Is that a thing, Chris, where it's like you can't talk about or you can't make like plans because like you have a contract already or you can't? Is that a thing?
No, if you know that your contract...
I think it's also not tasteful either.
All right, let Chris talk now.
If you know that your contract is ending,
fuck you, Marco.
And you know that
my dick.
You might not want to renew it. Like Funhaus, when they started talking to Rooster Teeth, they knew that their contract was coming to a close, and they knew that they didn't want to renew. They wanted to do something different. When you have that already made up, you can start talks, because that's when you get these discussions, almost these arguments about both sides wanting to make a better offer. When you hear when you hear people talk about two companies making a contract offer, it's because they've already decided that they don't want to renew and they're going on to other things. The people at Funhaus knew that their contract,
bidding war or whatever, better offers from Machinima and Rooster Teeth.
That's just an example I'm making of the exact same thing. Funhaus knew that their contract was coming to a close, and they didn't want to renew. They wanted to go somewhere else.
Exactly.
So to Marco's point, yes,
but I think
I missed like 2 minutes of this. Sorry, I was kicking my dog out of the room because she wouldn't stop.
I think that they knew they were going to go to Rooster Teeth.
All right.
Listen, if I'm wrong, if I'm wrong, please, I will watch Dude Soup #1 again. We can have part 2 of this conversation next week, whatever. But it's been a while since I watched the first one.
Also, let me just say, if what you say is correct, and I'm giving it your leeway now, like I said, I was watching YouTube number one. I was watching all this. If they were planning this for weeks and weeks and weeks, like you seem to think, at least a couple of weeks, I think they would have had a better, like, once they, just looking at YouTube number one or the first few videos they put out at their office, there was boxes everywhere. Shit was still being set up. Like,
okay, but how could they establish a name and a logo and get all the paperwork together and da-da-da-da-da without
John
having
Reisinger is a
something in
fucking
place
smart guy and he works fast. That's the answer to one of your points.
No, I'm not.
They came up with a bunch of
not
names.
possible.
There's 7 of them.
Okay, this conversation isn't going anywhere. I'm just getting angry. I don't want to get angry.
It's probable.
This is fun time for me.
Either of our whatever the fuck.
I think it's impossible.
These aren't even opinions. These are
turn that around that quickly. I think that there was something in place where the idea at least existed in a very real way before Inside Gaming's contract was up. That's all I'm saying.
I'm perfectly that I can understand an idea, but I'm like
no, an idea with like established shit going on.
Oh my god, it's not an idea anymore because you're putting it in action now.
No, I'm saying they couldn't start filing paperwork for the name of Funhaus with the names Adam Kovic and Bruce Green and James Willems attached to it. They couldn't fucking start doing that shit because they were already under contract with somebody else.
I don't think either of us know.
I don't believe that in 6 days they could do that. Especially.
Also, these are 6 days from when the announcements were made. Those videos were put out freaking a few days later. So it's like even more time. We're just looking at videos.
Marco, to get to your point.
February 8th was the first podcast.
Yes.
So still like 9 days.
And there was like cables everywhere, boxes everywhere. They only had like 3 mics on the fucking table.
Okay, I'm saying, yes, obviously that the some of that stuff probably happened in a short period of time, but they had also just left Inside Gaming.
I don't know.
You couldn't say that Funhaus was something that was going to happen, or Inside Gaming Part 2 even, before they said they were officially leaving. That's not, first of all, I don't know what legally it is, but it's not very nice to do either, especially because they left on good terms. And it's
from what I understand, Machinima isn't very nice either. Just from what I've heard around the bend.
No, obviously. And like, obviously when Meg left SourceFed, there was some of this stuff too. Do you think that Meg knew she was going to Rooster Teeth before? Well, I mean, she announced.
Absolutely not.
She was. What? You think she left SourceFed not knowing she was going to Rooster Teeth?
Why does everybody have to have like a fucking like already idea of what they're gonna do next when they leave something? Some people like to make decisions.
Marco.
Some people like to make fucking decisions that just sort of like be like, all right, gonna stop what I'm doing now and move on, see what I'm gonna do next.
Fucking crazy.
Oh, because not everybody rolls that way 100% of the time. There are people that will go, hey, I want to go there instead of here, so let me stop here to go there. There are people that will set those decisions up.
I'm just saying that it's like really weird how
that's impossible. It's a business, guys. It's a business.
I'm just saying that
there's no way in hell that phone calls didn't happen beforehand, establishing that something was going to happen.
How many hours in a day?
Could not have been that quick. What?
How many hours in a day? Like in a work 24? Day, 12. In a work day for normal
8? Business
is 12. I thought it was 12.
Oh, 12.
Whatever. Well, I guess like
from
7 to 9 and shit like that. I don't fucking know time. But like, I don't think they like phone calls. Like if you, I understand what you're saying where there was an idea in place. They were in like private talks, nothing official. That I can understand.
Then we're not actually disagreeing about anything.
Listen to me, please.
I asked you to listen to me, please, like 8 times, and you didn't. So I'm just gonna fucking talk over you now and give you the same shit back.
Skype's really laggy, so I can barely like I when I'm talking, I can hear like the last few seconds of what you said by the time I'm done talking. So I'm like really confused. But it's like by the time they were having these talks, had ideas and stuff, and they already knew what they wanted. You know, it wasn't like so much as like with full screen and stuff. They probably already knew, yes, we want these guys. There's no question about it. We want them. And they were like, and Funhaus was like, yeah, we want to be there too. It's an easy match. It's not like they had to like figure out, do we like these guys? What do they do?
It's a business. There had to be paperwork. There had to be it's a whole thing. It's contracts, it's obligations, it's establishing a logo, it's establishing names of stuff. Like, okay. What you're saying now is different than what you said at the beginning of this conversation. Because what you're saying now is pretty much what I'm saying. You're
right. What I did say originally was that I didn't think they probably didn't know that they were going to go to Rooster Teeth when they left. But now I'm seeing it from your side a tiny bit. That, yeah, you know what? I can understand now that ideas existed and they probably already had these kind of like talks of like, oh, hey, would that be possible? But what I'm telling you is that they had those talks, yes. But at the same time, it's like, I'm sure that the finalization of stuff probably didn't happen until they left, like officially left Machinima. Like they walked out, said, all right, time to go to work.
I'm not saying that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying they couldn't legally establish that sort of stuff. But do you think that the name Funhaus, well, maybe the name, well, maybe not. I don't know. There's some aspects.
The name and logo I can absolutely believe happened in 6 days. I absolutely believe that the name and logo can absolutely happen in 6 days.
So you keep interrupting me. I'm not going to argue with you. I don't really care. I don't want to fight with you because you're my friend.
I'm not fighting. I'm having a genuine conversation.
Okay, but I'm actually getting mad about this because it seems ridiculous to me.
Well, that worries me.
To think that a business, especially a business that's been around for fucking over a decade at this point, didn't already have plans to do this because it happened in 6 days. It was a very
Chris, how much
transition. Same with Meg. It happened very quickly. It transitioned very quickly.
How much usable audio do you think we have, Chris? Like about 20 minutes?
No, this is all still usable.
Oh, Jesus. But yeah, thank God Funhaus came around, though, because I really, I don't know, I felt like I was missing something. Like, once they came around, I'm like, man, I was missing out not watching their previous stuff. And I'm too lazy to go back and rewatch it now, so I'm just like, yeah, they're still making stuff. I'll watch Funhaus stuff now. I don't have to go back and watch it. That's why I just watched the best of Inside Gaming, so it would just show me stuff from their old videos. I'm like, yeah, this is good. This gets me just get. That's how I got to know them.
Meg left SourceFed in April 2014. She joined Rooster Teeth in May 2014. You're telling me that she didn't know what she was doing before she did.
Okay,
Mary Pat, we already established that Meg left SourceFed with the intention of going to Rooster Teeth.
That's not what Marco said.
But do you hear me still talking
Marco
about
said
it?
that. Okay, but you're sort of saying that these very professional people, yes, they do goofy shit, but they're professional in the way they handle their shit.
I totally ended this conversation. I totally said, all right, cool. We're all fine and dandy. You said you don't want to talk about it anymore, and I moved on.
Because I was Googling the dates, because I knew that Meg leaving and her joining Rooster Teeth were super close together, and I wanted to make sure I was right.
If we were on a fucking podcast set right now, I would take out my ear thing and walk off. I would fucking just Jesus Christ.
I would have done that about 25 minutes ago.
Good Lord. All right.
So like I was saying, need to fucking kiss and make up or
Chris,
something.
Did I
No, I'm not mad at Marco. I'm not mad at Marco. I just think that part of this conversation is really stupid because it's how else do businesses work?
I wasn't annoyed in the least until you started bringing it up after we had ended it mutually already.
Okay, but that's not how shit works. You don't just go, nah, conversation over. I'm not listening anymore.
That's not what I did. You said you didn't want to talk about it anymore, so I stopped.
I don't want to talk about it. I was just fact-checking myself.
My voice is fucking cracking now. I'm going into puber 13-year-old me now because
I was just saying.
What's happening?
Just saying the dates of the Meg thing because I thought I was right about that, and I was. They were very close together.
Rooster
That's all I was saying.
Tear down your wall. Fucking take your wall down.
It's not Rooster Teeth that needs to do it. You need to take the plug out of your ass.
All right, Jesus.
Jesus.
A bit vengeful there. All right. Who put it there? Like I was saying, don't even remember now because it's been a blur the past 45 minutes. However fucking long we spent arguing about this. Chris, where was I?
Can we talk about something fun like Blaine?
No.
Let's talk about Blaine.
So yeah, Blaine. I'll talk about Blaine. Blaine
Fuck you, Chris.
helped Josh.
Blaine's done a lot of really cool. Yeah.
In
they just made him look like a
episode of
fucking
Buff
murderer
Buddies.
in Buff Buddy. I thought we were talking about the podcast. All right, never mind.
No.
Two different
we
things
got a
with
couple
Blaine.
things. We got On the Spot, Buff Buddies, and the podcast. All
So much
Blaine-related
Blaine this
conversation.
week. Fuck yeah.
I know, right? It's fan-fucking-tastic.
Like, god damn, yeah. That's
So
Blaine.
Buff Buddies. Buff Buddies is great. And by the way, I just watched Buff Buddies again because Zach Ander's hilarious and like he just cracks me up every time. So what he said at the end of the video was that he wants somebody to sexualize him just once. And so I have a way to sexualize him if you want to hear it. Something that I would do to him. I'm fucking kidding. God damn, it was,
I never can tell with any of you.
He said
you're
in the
kidding or
video that he gets infantilized, whatever the word is, because people assume something about him that isn't true. Obviously,
I didn't know he was 31. I'll be honest with you.
Because of the chair, because of the whatever, people, whatever.
Cerebral palsy. I think that's what that is.
Yeah, he doesn't come across as someone in his 30s.
Yeah, I thought he was younger. I thought he was like in his 20s. I
didn't make an assumption about age because I'm always wrong.
I appreciate whenever someone can, because that's what I like to do from time to time when I'm not being a anal bitch about when people make fun of me. I like to poke fun at myself. I like being able to be like, hey, here's this. Fucking let's laugh about it. Am I right? Like with Zach Ander's book, who that I still have intentions of buying. What's it called? If at birth you don't succeed.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's fucking amazing. That is an amazing book. Like, name.
I can't even get over how funny, like naturally funny in any situation he is. Because obviously, like when he's like directing, writing, those are funny. Now that we know that he was part of them, he and his brother, he and Brad.
It's like, oh, that makes sense.
It's like, it's so funny. Like Ghost Fuckers, it's so fucking funny.
Fucking yes.
Right? So it's like, I can't, he's so quick. He's funnier than any one of his jokes is funnier than any joke I will make in my entire life. He is so quick. He is so awesome.
Absolutely right.
I'd lick his taint is what I'm saying.
Okay. So Josh Flanagan, really funny guy. He was on the podcast and he told a story about how he had a 3-way and they all told a bunch of fucking funny stories. But what I'm saying is like, you think any of those girls or any woman that's been with him will find the Ghost Fuckers video, see what he's doing, that'd be like, yeah, sort of, I can accurate, yeah. More or less. Like, like
what?
They've been in that. Well, because in the Ghost Fuckers video, he was like going up and down on a couch and like on the bed and shit as if he was fucking somebody, a ghost.
Yeah, but do you think he was like using his real skills?
I mean, I hope so.
Or do you think he was just like...
Those look like good skills. I don't know. I'm a virgin. I've never seen a woman's vagina in person. Fuck do I know? All right, I'm just gonna fucking. You're not laughing at my penis, but I feel like you're laughing at my penis.
No. I'm not laughing at you being a virgin. I'm not laughing at you at all. I'm laughing. Well, I'm laughing that the skills.
Like that's the kind of laughter that's the laughter
humping,
I expect
humping
when I pull out my penis.
Skills in Ghost Fuckers counts as like good skills. I don't know. Maybe you're into that. It's no judgment, just like surprise.
What?
That's what that laugh was. Well, because I think that was over exaggerated for a reason. For comedy,
it looked nice. Like, if I was a chick, wouldn't mind. Yeah, will you shut the fuck up? If you stop barking, maybe I'd let you back in the room.
Arf.
Dumb fucking dog. God damn. My foot's itching.
You want to chime in here, Chris, before we fucking duke it out round 2 style?
Which
one of us is Raga? Which one of us is going to get KO'd, Marco?
I may regret pulling this out now, but I got some I need to read.
I regret you pulling it out. You haven't even pulled it out yet.
Shut up. I'd like to mention that we have a sponsor. The Rooster Teeth Fancast is now brought to you by the Beefy Crunch Burrito movement.
Absolutely.
The movement started in 2011 and was created to bring the Beefy Crunch Burrito back to Taco Bell. Taco Bell has said that they will listen to their fans. This movement's goal is to make them live up to their words. August 2013, that was the last time Taco Bell brought the burrito back. And now with nearly 30,000 people, we have a head full of steam. So join the movement today and give power back to the people. On Facebook and Twitter, search Beefy Crunch Movement. Again, that's Beefy Crunch Movement on Facebook and Twitter. And we would like to thank the movement for sponsoring this podcast. Special shout out to Richard, who set the movement up and was so willing to sponsor this podcast.
I gotta say, you said mentioned in the ad read that our heads are full of steam. What we want are our bellies full of fucking burritos. So you better support that movement.
Yeah, well, definitely.
If this movement is just about food, I mean Taco Bell, right?
Well, it's about food and it's about making Taco Bell live up to their promises.
No, you can't come back to the room.
Don't make it bigger.
Off,
it's about delicious beef cheese wrapped things with other things inside of them like sour cream. That's what it's about. It's about deliciousness.
Specifically, yes, but Richard has come out and said that
good for him.
One of their side goals is to make Taco Bell live up to their words, and he'll occasionally post pictures of like Taco Bell listening to fans of other items and bringing them back. And
I just imagine
they'll constantly ignore
when you say
Taco
Bell listening to their fans. I imagine like the CEO sitting in a chair, in the therapist chair, or I'm sorry, no, in a chair, and then like a person that eats Taco Bell like in the laying down chair, just being like, "Tell me about your concerns. Like, I want a beefy crunch burrito, and how does a beefy crunch burrito make you feel?"
Delicious. Warm,
full, disgusting at the same time, just because.
Okay, now speaking of someone who probably does not eat Taco Bell, let's go back to Blaine. Because here's the thing. Blaine.
I exercised today. My Blaine yet?
Okay, I've never been able to like sufficiently dislike him, even though he is exactly the type of person I would normally dislike, because he's so funny. And like,
shut your mouth.
He goes full, like, he steers into the skid. Like, everyone calls him the douchebag and stuff, so he just goes with it. And I think that that's sort of the thing that makes him not a douchebag. You know, because he goes with the joke, where he's not like,
who, Chris?
He kind of makes fun of himself.
Yeah, but the thing he's getting made fun of is not probably a thing that applies to him very well. I mean, I'm sure he's got, like, unrealistic standards.
He's a fucking murderer.
He could be. I mean, he could overpower most people that I know.
Oh, yes, please, Blaine.
Please. It just got real in here. But did you guys see On the Spot?
I didn't get to finish watching it because I had to fucking record something with some
Well,
losers.
He was on the team with Zach, so they won because Zach is beast. But there was
Zach attack. Woo, 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 woo.
There's a quick thinking. That's the game called. I think that's what the game's called. Quick thinking. Anyway, right? Goddamn, can't fucking think for dicks. And it was the category was Star Wars or bad Star Wars characters or toys or products, whatever. And you saw his face like light up like the sun.
Lightsaber dildo.
He said Wookiee dildo, I think.
Oh,
and he was on board. He was fucking great. And he was so happy about it that he had something to say. And then he tried to make a Star Wars reference and he fucking blamed it. And it was just like it was literally a perfect moment for me. Just as far as Rooster Teeth is concerned. It was great.
I
wish I could reference it better.
I do want to talk about something very serious that's not directly Rooster Teeth related, so forgive me, XC, whatever the fuck your stupid name is.
CCKK0.
There you go. Fucking go follow him on Twitter at Burner95. But fucking let me tell you something, Walmart of America, about your fucking the fucking Christmas tree lights that you carry in your store. How about I buy Christmas tree lights there and you do me the favor of at least not making them fucking fail on me 2 days later? Because I don't know about you, but I like seeing lights on my tree that make fucking sense. Like that light up and make my tree look nice. Not like I just dragged it out of the fucking forest, shoved it into my living room. Can't you return them? I did fucking return them. Thank fucking God they didn't make a fuss about it, but I'm still so angry because now I returned them. I didn't buy new ones because I'm like, these are going to fucking fail on me too. I used the ones from last year that are dimmer and like don't look as nice. And fucking...
I buy lights from the dollar store.
I'm amazed they fucking work because the ones I bought were cheap-ass lights last year too. Decided, hey, why not splurge a little? It's Christmas. Buy some fucking nice lights at Walmart. No, fuck you. They don't fucking work.
You know the really nice LED ones they sell?
Yeah, those are the ones I bought.
Those are the ones you bought? And they didn't work?
They fucking failed on me. So
I've heard great things about them.
Yeah, fucking, I don't know. Maybe it's my outlet. Who knows? Maybe my outlet's fucked up, but fuck.
So you're attacking somebody for something without having all of the information. Interesting.
Yeah, Mary Pat. I like to do that a lot because I'm XC, whatever the fuck your stupid name is. Anyway, but happy holidays. Yeah, I decorated my tree. I remember it being a lot nicer when I was a kid. Like, oh, it's so fun decorating with your family. This year it was like, so is no one going to do it? Should I do it? Mom was like, yeah, if you want to do it. I'm like, I mean, it's not that I want to do it. It's like, is no one else going to do it?
Well,
am I the only one here who gives a fuck?
Christmas is about family. So if your family's given up on you, that's not our problem.
All right. Mary with the, I don't know. I would say Mary with the jokes, but it's more like Mary with the very deep, hurtful insults. Mary with
listen,
the deep,
when I went home for Christmas,
cut into my heart.
When I went home for Christmas, I had to put up icicle lights outside, and then nobody wanted a tree, and it was just like, it happens when your kids grow up. You don't need to impress them as much, or whatever.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And it's sort of a pain in the ass to take down the tree. I had a tree up till I left home.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you again this time, really. But fucking, I decorated the fucking tree too. All the ornaments were on it. I had to take them back off to take the fucking lights off, or else I would have dropped them all to return them. So that's also why I'm mad, because I had to fucking do the most annoying thing of the year, which is to get the decorations off and then put them back on. Fuck.
Well, convert.
Yeah, I'm going to be a fucking... Nope.
I set you up and you didn't take the bait. Damn it.
Nope.
Smart Marco not taking the bait.
Nope. You're like Chris Henson. I'm not doing it. What's the fucking
Hey,
guy's
Marco,
name
you want some Smirnoff?
You want
that's
some
in my fridge?
Sex?
I just got to take a shower, and then we can put the Christmas lights up.
Go ahead.
And then you just go full Hulk.
Good.
You're like, fuck this sex shit.
So
fucking
when you
Christmas lights.
When you say full Hulk, you mean grow an extra 3 inches.
I didn't even think about the sexual connotation.
That what you mean?
You could do that too.
You wouldn't like me when I'm horny because it's really gross.
Jesus.
Dude, shout out to Mary for trying to bait me into getting bleeped and saying something awful.
That's my secret, though. I'm always horny.
Oh,
man.
Mary Pat takes the fucking Fancast this week.
And
that was a good reference.
And on that note.
One more thing. I did actually say last week, but no, the week before, and Molly cut it out. So thanks, Molly, for she didn't even bleep it. She just completely got rid of the audio for that entire thing I said. So thanks.
No, but seriously, thank you, Molly. You are lovely, way more lovely than we.
This podcast she would have never let us go on an argument binge like that.
She would have agreed with me too.
Nah, I don't.
Listen,
Molly,
let
me know.
I don't think she would have.
She knows about business.
How about that?
The two of
fine.
you.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, fair point. Okay.
The two of you, quiet. Don't you bring this up again.
I'm gonna stuff you both like fucking turkeys this year.
Hold on. I'm saying a thing. Okay. I think what happened at the end of that conversation is that we were arguing about nothing because we had both come to the same point.
No, I still disagree with you.
I love you, Marco. I really do. Seriously.
God. The two of you need to work this out between now and next week's episode.
I thought you were going to end the recording already, and it would have been funny, but you didn't.
Listen, I'm really not mad.
You could have been funny, Chris. I'm fine. Yeah, I didn't know we were arguing.
Until Molly gives her 2 cents on this. Then I'm ready for round 3 or 4.
No,
round we're on.
There's no round 3. There's no round 4.
Yeah, Chris doesn't last very long.
Yeah, you're not in charge of this, bitch. You don't got the fucking whistle. Well, I guess technically you do. I love you too, man. I love all of you. Let's get high and watch Planet Earth.
I've made no fucking promises.
All right. On that lovely and explosive note, going to go ahead and end this episode of the podcast. Thank you for listening. If you've gotten this far, we'll be
Shout
back
out to
next week.
CCKK0.
Stop mentioning the.
He's not a. He's just an overenthusiastic internet user.
All right. Thanks for listening, bro. Always nice to meet a fan.
Yeah, we'll be back next week.
Let's go ahead and quit that shit.
We will be without Molly again
Adios.
next week. She's off having a life. Which more power to her, because that's something none of us will ever know. All right. Have a good night, you guys.
See you.